Have you ever wanted to be able to mine spawners inside of Minecraft, so you can take them to a place where you can actually build a great mob farm? Well then today, you're in luck, because we're gonna take a look at SilkSpawners, a Minecraft plugin which allows you to mine spawners inside of Minecraft. Before we start, do make sure to subscribe to my channel, you would really help me out by doing that, you actually would. And then without any further ado, let's dive right into this. So the first thing you will need to do is click on the link in the description of this video and download SilkSpawners from Spigot MC. It is completely free and doesn't have any dependencies, so simply click on download now and then drag it into your plugins folder. After installing the plugin, simply restart your Minecraft server and join your game. Now the plugin will start working straight away. There are some things we will be changing in the config later, but the base of the plugin already works. So how does it work? Well, inside of Minecraft you can find spawners randomly spread across the world. I just happened to stumble upon these. Wow, I'm so lucky. Two right next to each other. It is incredible. Then now we will be able to mine them, but not just with any pickaxe. So when I grab a regular netherite pickaxe and I try to mine this one, you can see it will just disappear. That, by the way, was extremely glitchy. But when we have a pickaxe that has the Silk Touch enchantment and we then mine a spawner, you can see it actually drops. We now got a spawner in our inventory and you can see it is a sheep spawner. So if we would eventually place this one again, then bam, it will be a sheep spawner again. Now that is basically what this plugin does. It is easy, simple, and very cool. Next, let's take a quick look at the config. So inside of your Minecraft server folder, you simply want to locate the plugins folder, then locate the SilkSpawners folder, and then simply look for config.yml. Inside of there, you will be able to change a few basic settings. First of all, you can change the prefix, then you can change the language, but most importantly, you can change some details about the spawners. So what should the drop chance of a spawner be? By default, it is 100%, but you could make this a little bit more interesting by, for example, setting it to 50. So now your players have to make a choice. They can take the gamble and mine it, but there's a 50% chance of the spawner being destroyed in the process. Now destroyable means that you will be able to destroy the spawner. For example, by mining it with a pickaxe that doesn't have Silk Touch, which is what I did earlier. If you put this option to false, then you will just not be able to mine it with a non-Silk Touch pickaxe at all. Then here you can change some information about the item itself. So the name of the item, in this case it is just called spawner. You can also change the prefix color and you can even change the lore if you want to. And then over here we got explosion. And yes, it's literally what it says. So this will be the explosion intensity when a spawner is mined without Silk Touch. You can also let it explode when you mine it with Silk Touch. So if that is something that you want to do on your server, then this is where you can enable that. And then last but not least, the messages. Will a message be sent when destruction is denied? Will a message be sent when placing is denied? And this message will be sent when a player is not allowed to change the spawner. Now back on the Spigot MC page, something that's very important to know is that this plugin relies on permissions. If you don't know what permissions are at all, or how they work, or how to set them, I would highly recommend watching my Luck Perms tutorial. I will leave a card on this video so you can check out that video for yourself. But you will need to give players on your server these permissions so that they're able to do certain things. So silkspawner.break.star gives players the permission to destroy spawners. If players do not have this permission, they will not be able to destroy spawners. The same thing goes for place, the same thing goes for change, and the same thing goes for explosion. So that means that if you want to make mining spawners, for example, a VIP feature, then you can do that. By giving these permissions only to your VIP group, for example, regular players will not be able to break spawners at all. Now, if you have a shop where you, for example, sell spawn eggs, then this permission is also really cool, because with this permission, the players will actually be able to change the type of mob that the spawner spawns. Now, it also says here, if you want to allow a specific type of spawner, you can replace the star with the entity name. Basically meaning that, for example, you want your default players to only mine zombie and skeleton spawners, and your VIP players to mine any type of spawner at all, then that is something that you can do. Simply replace the star with, for example, zombie, and then your players will only be able to mine zombie spawners. Now the last thing I want to show is some simple commands. So when you type /SilkSpawners, you got a few commands you can use. Now most of them are not that interesting, but the give command can be pretty handy, because getting a spawner inside of default Minecraft can be a little bit challenging sometimes. So with this command you can just easily give a spawner to a player. So in this case I'm gonna give a spawner to myself. It is gonna be an LA spawner, because why not? And the amount is gonna be 1. And there we go. We now got an LA spawner, like you can see. I think this is actually like the second or third time I've ever seen an LA in Minecraft. They were added and then just never saw them again. Anyone else? Never saw an LA? No? Okay. Then you can also use a simple command to change the type of spawner. So when I look at this spawner and then type /SilkSpawners and then set, and after that I'm gonna set it to a B, for example, then bam, it will now be a bee spawner. That's pretty cool. Small little bees. That is cute. Look at him. Now if you did set an explosion intensity inside of the config, then you can also enable that explosion per player. So by typing /SilkSpawners explosion, we can type enable and after that Kasasora, and there we go. Enable spawner explosion for Kasasora. So when I now mine the spawner, that will happen. And then guys, that is gonna be it. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do make sure to subscribe to my channel. You would really help me out by doing that. You actually would. And then I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.